Hello, all my friends, Henry Lord, teachers and students. Hello, family, friends, whoever gets to watch this. What are we making today in Chef Quinn's kitchen? We are making peanut butter blossoms. And I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, for I grew up with just peanut butter cookies. And then she showed me the light. She said, put Hershey's Kiss right in the middle of it. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make peanut butter blossom cookies. Let's go through our scavenger hunt. Okay, first, our utensil scavenger hunt. We need cookie sheets, also called sheet pans. Looks like this, right? Nice cookie sheet. Then we also need measuring spoons. We need measuring cups for dry ingredients. That's the flour, right? We need a bowl for mixing. We need a rubber spatula. That's for scraping it down afterwards. We need an electric mixer. If you have a hand mixer like this or a stand mixer, that works great. If not, get a wooden spoon or a spoon and mix it by hand. You can do it. It'll take a little more work, but you're gonna love them anyway. So, and then if you have one, this is a portion scoop. It looks like a little tiny ice cream scoop. If you don't have one, that's okay. I'm gonna show you how to do it anyway. All right, those are your utensils. Now, on to the recipe. We're gonna do something called the creaming method. Now, what is the creaming method, you ask? The creaming method is what we use to make cakes lighter, to make cookies soft and tender. If you like a nice soft, tender cookie, that's the creaming method. Basically, it's taking fats. Peanut butter has a high fat content and shortening, which is fat. Now, sometimes the creaming method is butter, but it's always going to be a fat and a sugar. So in this case, we're gonna do a 1/2 cup shortening, 3/4 cup of peanut butter to a 1/3 cup of brown sugar and a 1/3 cup of white sugar. All right? And we're gonna take and we're gonna mix that slow and then speed it up to about medium, and we're gonna keep mixing it. And you're gonna see it's gonna start dark and it's gonna go light. And that's the air that we're incorporating into it. Air is gonna make our cookies nice and light and tender, okay? Then we're gonna add the liquids. An egg, vanilla extract, and just a couple tablespoons of milk, okay? Then the last is gonna be our dry ingredients. All-purpose flour and baking soda. And then the Hershey's Kisses. You can get a 9-ounce bag in the store, and then you'll have Hershey's Kisses. Now, understand this. If you don't have the Hershey's Kisses, that's okay. You can just make peanut butter cookies with them. They're gonna be great. When we get ready to bake, we're gonna bake it at 375 degrees, preheat it first, and then bake it for 10 minutes, okay? And then when it comes out, then we're gonna push the Kiss right into it. Always remember, wash your hands, wash them often, wash them when needed, okay? So, and something I wanna remind you all, you should always watch the video all the way through. If you plan on making this recipe, watch it all the way through so you get an understanding of what's going on, and then watch it again, and at that point, make the recipe. Sound good? Okay, so if you've watched it all the way through and you're saying, all right, Chef Quinn, I'm ready to make some cookies, now's the time to pause the video, get all of your preparation together so you don't have to go find it, right? And then we'll make the cookies, okay? So pause the video and I'll be back in a little bit, all right? All right, so now I got some of this stuff out of the way for right now, okay? Some things we don't need right now. One other thing I neglected to mention, you'll need another container with a little bit of sugar, because after we make the cookie into a ball, we're gonna roll them in sugar, all right? So I've already produced some cookies, And I'm gonna try and time it by putting this together and then having the cookies come out ready to go to show you how to put the chocolates into it. And so we're gonna try that. It's gonna be a fun experiment. You think we can do it? I think we can do it. All right. Before I put those in though, I wanna talk about the shortening, okay? So we talked about the peanut butter and the shortening that we're gonna cream. Now, I mentioned my beautiful wife. She's actually filming right now. And one of the things, there's too many things to count of how much I love her and the things that I love her. But one of the things that she introduced me to, and if you have one, it's awesome. If you don't, talk to your parents about getting them. They're not very expensive. It's called a Wonder Cup. Now this is a measuring cup, and it works great for shortening and peanut butter and things like that, because what you do is you set it to see we need a half a cup of shortening. We set it right there. We pack the shortening in, and then whoop, comes right out, ready to go. But let's say you don't have a Wonder Cup. No Wonder Cup in your house. What do? Well, you're gonna do what my mom taught me oh so long ago. And for the sciencey kids out there, it's gonna be a water displacement. So what I do is I put a half a cup of water into my measuring cup. Cold water, you don't want hot water. And then you're gonna take your shortening, okay? And you're gonna put the shortening in. What you think might be a half cup, all right? So I think that's about a half cup. I press it under the water comes up, all right? We need a little bit more. You see that? It only came up to this line. We need to go to this line, okay? So a little bit more. Push it down. A little bit more. Okay. That should do it right there. Yep, we're right at a cup, okay? So now we pour this off. And we scoop that out. And look at that. We've got a half a cup of shortening. So at this point, I'm gonna put the cookies in the oven to bake. And now we're under the gun. I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. Now, all right, so creaming method. This might be a little loud. I'm just gonna start low. And we're gonna mix our two fats, peanut butter and shortening together, so they're smooth. All right, so they're mixed together smooth. Now we're gonna add our sugars. Brown sugar, white sugar, okay? Now, I'm gonna stop the mixer after I get it incorporated because I want you to see the color. Okay, you see that color? It's kind of dark, right? We're gonna cream this and it's gonna get really light in color, okay? One of the mistakes I often make, and I know you're saying, Chef Quinn, how many mistakes do you really make? Well, if you watch the first video, you know I make a mistake here and there. But one of the mistakes I always make when I'm creaming is I turn it up high. You shouldn't. A nice medium speed, and it does take a little time. It takes a couple minutes, okay? But the good thing about this, the electric mixer, you can do a little cleanup while it's mixing. See that? Now come on in close, because you can see the difference in color, right? And if you don't see the difference in color, trust me, rewind to the beginning and you'll see a totally different color. So, how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing okay? Are you enjoying learning on the computer, the distance learning? Is everyone safe in your home? I hope they are. I miss you guys. Can't wait till we're doing this in person again, right? Let me show you. Let me show you. I can prove out the color difference. Look at this color and this on the side that isn't mixed so well. See the difference in color? So that's why we have a bowl scraper that we keep handy, right? Okay? Now. Give that, see? I went right to high. I'm crazy that way. But, so, we've got a nice creamed, this would work better if I was right-handed because then all this stuff would be on this side. But I'm not. So we've got a beautiful creamed fat and sugar. Now we're gonna put, I pre-measured out 2 tablespoons of milk. I pre-measured out an egg, see? And we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract is very important. If you can't afford the pure vanilla, I understand it's very expensive. Use the best quality vanilla you can. And if that's imitation vanilla, then it's imitation. But this is more about the peanut butter anyway. So we're gonna incorporate this now. Isn't it interesting? We added liquid and it's gotten thicker. Pretty neat, huh? That's the science of cooking. It was really liquidy when it was just the butter and the peanut butter and the shortening and the sugar, but we added liquid and it's thicker. Go figure. So that's a teaspoon of baking soda. And that's gonna go into the flour. If your hand's clean, like mine, because I washed them, mix that around, and you're gonna add this a little at a time. Now, when you're adding flour, keep it low. Keep your mixer low, or else you get a big poof of flour. All right? Add a little bit. You're gonna hear that electric mixer working because our dough is really coming together now. One last addition. 3 additions is a good set. It doesn't overburden the mixer, and it doesn't if you dump it all in at once, it's really tough to incorporate. Okay? Now we go, whoa. That electric mixer's getting tired. It wants to take a break. So I say we let it take a break. Okay? Thank you, electric mixer. Big help. So, we knock this out. We just got a little bit in there. It's not like a cake batter where there's a lot on the batter, on the these things. All right, so we get that mixed together. See, that's a beautiful dough. Now, this is when the portion scoop's really helpful. Ungreased cookie sheet. You don't need to spray it down or anything like that. Sugar, right? So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to, this particular one is a little one. So we're just gonna add a little bit to it and we're gonna roll it. And this is a really good task if you have a couple people doing it, because one person can be making the balls and the other person can be rolling them. See how you do that? That's why I like a round, something round. You can use another bowl or whatever, but it rolls really well, and then we set them on like that, okay? If you don't have this, just do the best you can. Pinch off a little bit of it, and as long as they're uniform, as long as they're all about the same size, then they'll all bake at the same time. But if I'm doing this and I'm saying, I got this one, and then I got this one, right? Then you're gonna have trouble, okay? So the portion scoop, if you have it, is very helpful for keeping them even. But again, if you just, use your best judgment, right? And roll these up. Okay? And you'll get the hang of it where you can pretty much feel that they're all about the same size. You see this? Let's see. Let's see how I did. Not too bad. That one maybe is a little bit big, but it's not so big that it's gonna be raw when everything else is cooked. All right? You can also use a spoon if you have one that well, of course you have a spoon, but see something like this, right? And we can do this because this is all from the same recipe. You don't want to use a dirty spoon per se, but if you have one from what you've been using, then it's going to be fine. Yeah. See, so you could use a spoon too. Maybe a teaspoon would be better. But as long as however you do it, they all are pretty uniform and the same. Okay? And you can get 5, 6, 7 in there, 10 in there, whatever you think. I'm doing about a dozen cookies to a tray. Okay? So I need 5 more. See that? All different ways. None of them wrong. Just different, right? Oh, did you hear that beep, friends? That's telling me I have 1 more minute. So I think our timing's pretty good. This is gonna go into the oven. These cookies are gonna come out, and I'm gonna show you the Hershey's Kiss trick. All right? These are a great cookie at Christmas time. They're a great cookie, well, honestly, a great cookie anytime. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a cooling rack out. If you don't have a cooling rack, a towel, a couple towels, something like that, okay? Out that comes, in this goes, whoa, careful for sliding. Readjust as you need. Ten minutes on the clock. All right, so let's move these over. Now, the important thing is you need to do this step while they're still hot, okay? Watch this. Whoop. Okay. You hear that? Listen. Listen. It's a little squish sound of the chocolate going in. And they can break on the side a little bit. That's okay. That's all right. All right, friends. So this is your peanut butter blossom cookie, okay? Beautiful peanut butter, chocolate. What's the candy that this might remind you of? Peanut butter and chocolate. Write it in the comments. We're gonna talk to you soon. Guys, girls, friends, everyone, stay safe out there. Make some chocolate peanut butter blossom cookies for your family. Just have a good time, okay? Until the next time we cook, be good.